Well, greetings everybody. Welcome back to yet another video. And I've been waiting years for this video, and I mean years. Because as you all can see in front of you, I have an original iPhone box, or iPhone first gen box, or iPhone 2G box, whatever you want to call it, or iPhone Edge box, which that's what some people call it overseas. But I call it the original iPhone from 2007. And if you aren't aware, at least on eBay, original iPhone boxes alone go for a ton of money because it's the first ever iPhone and the box has a lot of value as well, right? But while I went in an auction, it wasn't, or I'm not saying it's not competitive because I was competing with other people for this, but just like an iPhone XS that I recently got. But I won the auction. I think my highest bid was $200, and I think I got it for $120 plus tax and shipping. So I think I got it still under $150. So, and to my surprise, it comes with everything. So there's the back of the box, of course, and it is the early model of the original iPhone, either through June through early September of 2007, because it was before at the iTunes store, or iTunes Wi-Fi store they called it then, came out with 1.1 or 1.1.1. So in September of 2007, when Steve Jobs announced price reductions to the original iPhone and a whole new iPod lineup, the first iPod Touch, the iPod Nano 3rd Gen, new Shuffle, new Nano, and he said all these products are amazing. Just in time for the holiday season. I watch that keynote every single summer. I watch it. The first gen initial keynote, the September 2007 one, when they dropped on the price of the original iPhone, and that caused the 4 GB model to be discontinued. This is an 8 GB variant. And some new iPods and the first gen iPod Touch, so were announced just in time for the 2007 holiday season, when I was only 500 years old, wearing diapers and pajamas every day. And yeah, and I'm just at the very beginning of the whole elementary school system. Damn. And also, the Giants got the legendary upset over the Patriots in Super Bowl 42, so, which I vaguely remember right here in this basement. And, but that is not the point. The point is, I finally have a first gen iPhone box here, but you'd be amazed because it does come with an original iPhone inside the box. Now, I already played around with this. It does have a dead pixel here, but I did look to see if the serial number and IMEI match the box at the back of the box, and it actually does. So this is the iPhone that actually, correlates to this box. So, which is amazing. It is not on iOS 1, unfortunately. It's on either iOS 2 or 3. The battery is bad. It won't. It will boot up. It will go on to the iTunes activation screen. But then when I put it off charge, it automatically goes black. I tried connecting it to iTunes, but it says it needs a SIM card. And I inserted a SIM card, multiple SIM cards, and it won't read it for whatever reason. So I guess the SIM reader chip is broken on this phone as well. So, but I still have to look it up. It's most likely iOS 3.1.3. There's most likely nothing on here. It's still really cool. Because it's original box. And which is amazing. And I have several original iPhones on iOS 1 that are totally legit, not downgrade, which are really hard to come by, and I've paid a ridiculous amount of money for in the past. So, but we have this one. and so yeah, so I know it's either iOS 2 or free because the iOS 1 slide on the activate through iTunes screen has a little bit of a different animation than iOS 2 and 3 up until iOS 4.1, I believe, or 4.2. But they changed that to the blue circle with the iTunes logo. Um, so that's what I knew, but it's most likely up to date. Yeah, seems like the person used this for a very long time, probably like up until like the iPhone 4 or 4S, and then they finally upgraded. They just never used the case to slammed it right down, everything, and it's got that obviously dead spot there. And but wait, there's more. There's the plastic insert there, and now you have the very rare microfiber cleaning cloth, which I believe only came with the first 3 iPhones, the original, the 3G, and the 3GS. No other iPhones beyond that had that. You got a lot of goodies back then that you barely get now. Like now today's the iPhone box is very thin, and you only get the USB-C cable. You get a very small pamphlet. You don't even get Apple stickers anymore. And I believe that's it, other than the phone itself, of course. And I bet I wouldn't be surprised, like by the time the iPhone 20 comes out, you just go on to the Apple store or carrier store. They just give you the phone with the plastic seal on it, and boom, it's not even in the box. They just give you the phone, and that's it. I just wouldn't be surprised because things are getting slimmer and slimmer every year. But it does have the documentation booklet here, which were very thick at the time, that I bet no one even read back in the day. And now all the accessories. So this is not the original power adapter. I believe this was for an iPad, but I could be wrong. So I think on the seller just wanted to make sure it was complete, so they just threw that in there. These look to be the original AirPods. It seems about right that these were the current AirPods at the time, because iPods were the norm back then. And then now what I am impressed about is this iPhone dock here is still sealed. It's never been touched or anything. Now, I do have a couple of these now, and so pretty cool to have these, because these are tough to find nowadays. And then you have just the old fairy pin dock connector. This is most likely not the one that originally came with the iPhone. I think it was rounded off back in 2007, so it's probably a newer one. Maybe like 2010 or 2011 or 2010 or 2011 most likely. But still really cool. If it was just the box alone, I think $120 would have been pretty good. But with the iPhone, that's pretty much a brick at this point. It's pretty much non-functional, but it's the original iPhone for this box as well, and all the accessories. So that is pretty cool. So I got a really good deal. I've let a lot of these slip away in the past, and I didn't want to let that happen with this one, because I knew that it would be the best chance that I could find one at that price for a long time, most likely. So, but anyway, peace out, everybody.